much, Jay, and thanks very much, everybody, for attending the presentations here today. I mean, it's a nice day outside, but here's an opportunity that we can all potentially make some money. Calibre Mining, my name is Ryan King, as Jay said. I will be making some forward-looking statements, so please pay attention to this, but I'm sure you'd be surprised if I wasn't. So just a little bit on our founders. Calibre Mining was founded by a group called Featherstone Capital. Three principals, Doug Forrester, Blaine Johnson, and Doug Hurst. Some of those names you may have heard of in the past. Very well-known mining entrepreneurs that have created a lot of wealth for shareholders in various public companies, as you can see there. Over the course of their career, almost $5 billion of wealth created for themselves and shareholders of those companies. Just a little bit on some of our recent deals. Newmarket Gold was one of our recent deals. We started it from a $10 million vehicle. We grew that through the acquisition of 3 producing gold mines. So we were basically a public shell. We acquired 3 producing gold mines. We optimized them. We advanced them. We explored for additional resources and reserves. We found that, and then we sold the company to Kirkland Lake Gold for just a little over $1 billion. Canadian shareholders did very well. You can see a few of the other names there, Northern Empire, Terrain Metals, just to name a few. So what is Calibre up to now? Calibre is just finishing a restructuring, consolidation. We consolidated 10 for 1. And our real focus now is to follow up on the success that we've recently had in acquiring producing gold opportunities. Exploration is very tough. We know that through all the companies that are here, maybe 1 in a couple hundred have really good success. So we feel that an opportunity where we can buy a producing gold mine between 50 and 150,000 ounces a year, that there's a lot of opportunity where we can generate cash flow, use that cash flow, and then look for additional resources like we just finished on Newmarket Gold. Very committed board. We're very focused on high impact M&A, and so we will be patient but analyze the right opportunities. Here's just a little bit on the investment summary. Calibre Mining currently has different exploration projects and development stage projects in Nicaragua. We have those with our partners, IAMGOLD, Centerra, and Rosita D. Again, management is very aligned with the company. 10% shareholders created a lot of wealth for different shareholders in themselves and in previous companies. Current valuation of the company right now is about $5 an ounce in the ground, with an industry average trading around 30. We just finished this consolidation. We have about a $14 million enterprise value with $5 million in cash. You can see there some of our key shareholders. B2Gold, a very well-known mid-tier, almost a senior gold producer. Lucas Lundin, a recent addition to our shareholder roster, almost 10% shareholdings. And management owns 10%. We just did a $5 million financing led by Rick Rule and Sprott Global. And as you can see there, management participated significantly in that, and we're aligned. We buy shares in the market. We don't get any shares for free. This is very important to note as a shareholder. You want to know that management is aligned with yourselves. Now we have 42 million shares issued and outstanding. As I mentioned, we have partners earning in on some of our projects in Nicaragua, IAMGOLD, Centerra, and a junior mineral exploration company, Rosita Mining. Currently in our resources, we have 3.2 million ounces. We'll have a lot of news flow from those operations. And we've, over the last couple of years, we've made a very significant discovery, a big porphyry system that we think has the potential to grow north of where we're currently at 1.2 million ounces. I talked a little bit about this already, our new share structure, some of our shareholders. We talked a little bit about our enterprise value per ounce in the ground. And then just a bottom right-hand chart there. Very important chart showing our discoveries and our growth in terms of resources over the last number of years. You can see that we've been growing that year over year over year. I talked a little bit about some of our people, but just to expand on that, our President, CEO, Greg Smith, very well-known geologist, found multi-million ounce deposits around the world. Along with the restructuring that we just finished, we've added a few members. Our executive chairman, his name is Russell Ball. Russell's a very seasoned mining entrepreneur and executive. He was at Goldcorp as their chief financial officer. Prior to that, he spent north of 20 years at Newmont as an executive in their corporate development group. So really aligning ourselves with our strategic plan, and that is to go out and acquire a very advanced stage development project or something in production already. I'll just name one other individual that's recently joined. His name is Raymond Threlkelt. He was on the board with us at Newmarket. He was on the board with us at Northern Empire. And Ray comes with 35, 40 years experience in the industry. He has put multiple mines into production. I think him personally has been involved in over 30 million ounces of gold production. So a very seasoned team here, and a team that has created a significant amount of value for shareholders. So just a little bit, here we are in Nicaragua. As I mentioned, our partners, IAMGOLD, they were not here before. They saw the geological potential, and they're now spending money and earning in on one of our concessions. Centerra Gold, as I mentioned, Rosita D, as I mentioned. So in the country, there are 3 producing gold mines. 2 are owned and operated by B2 Gold. And so there's great gold production there. You can see how much this has helped and created value for the country, a significant contributor to their GDP. Very briefly on our concessions, all the dark blue is 100% owned by Calibre. Down at the bottom right, you see the Primavera dot. That is the deposit that we discovered, this copper gold porphyry system. These can grow to very, very large systems. We're analyzing that now and potentially looking for another partner to come in on that. Again, I mentioned IAMGOLD up in the top right, the green. They're earning into 70% interest on that. They have a resource there, and we have new discoveries on that. Briefly, just in the middle there in the orange, this is the small junior that we have partnered with. Just to point out a little bit about Nicaragua, they've just awarded Rosita a permit to build a treatment plant to process stockpiles. And the Rosita partner and Calibre have just brought in a partner from China. They're now putting money into that company, advancing that, and building a treatment plant in the country. The light blue on the left there is Centerra. Again, they're spending money and earning in and looking for new discoveries. We have over 750,000 ounces defined there with Centerra. They're continuing to explore and drill. So we'll have news flow from IAMGOLD, from Rosita, as well as from Centerra. Very briefly, here's this 100% owned copper gold porphyry system. We've outlined 1 million ounces. The star in the top left-hand corner, limited drilling, limited exploration has been done here. This is an image of a radiometric anomaly showing just the size potential here. We're doing some analysis of this, doing some different soil sampling and groundwork to see what other targets could pop up. But we have numerous targets here. And again, as I mentioned, we will likely look to try and bring in a new partner on this project. A little bit on IAMGOLD. Again, I mentioned we have a little over 800,000 ounces defined. But really, what I believe is attracting IAMGOLD to this is the north of 20 kilometers of gold and silver-bearing veins that we've identified. So we have 2 drills turning there now. And just if I change the slide here, you can see in the red circles there are where the resources are. The blue circles in the past drilling campaigns are new discoveries. This is outside of our current resources. And as I mentioned, we have 2 drills turning there now, testing new gold and silver veins. Quickly on Centerra, again, Centerra, over 750,000 ounces of defined resources. They can earn into 70%. They are drilling now, so additional news flow will be coming from Centerra and Calibre. So as I wrap up here, a very successful team hunting and looking for a new potential 50 to 150,000 ounce gold producer or advanced stage development opportunity. We believe now is the time to be doing that. There's great valuations out there for us to be able to do that. Big shareholders include B2 Gold, Lucas Lundin, and management. Again, our valuation, a little around $14 million with $4.7 million in cash. You can see the valuations there. And how many gold ounces we've defined. In total in the portfolio is 3.2 million ounces, and we believe that will grow with our partners as well. So I'm happy to take any questions afterwards, but thank you very much. Calibre Mining, CXB on the Toronto Venture Stock Exchange. Thank you.